so let's jump to... Oh. Wait. Did I? I kind of screwed up, but I didn't because I magically ended up where I needed to go, but not with the button ID and prompt that I thought it would be. So, that's a plus. Anywho, for those that are new here, welcome to the Ultimate Mario Party Challenge. I am trying to go through every single Mario Party, every single board, every single game, all in the name of Extra Life. Which you may be remiss for missing because, especially today, I might be a little, what's a nice way to put it? Weathered? Slightly intoxicated, hammed. But either way, I promise you this. We are going to present a board that we're going to present a battle and a board to the fairest of our accurate ability. Of course, we are going to be running Wario because, I kind of had the build for him. Joining us on this board is appropriately my brother's main, Luigi.
Good choice.
That is the wrong difficulty. And actually, you know what? Ray, Insane, or Mike the Ref? Actually, you know what? No. Ray, Insane, and Mike the Ref. Are all three of you still here? Because if you are, I want character choices from you. I want character choices from the 7 that are remaining. Give me a character to bring to Goomba's Greedy Gala. Mike the Ref has called upon Donkey Kong. Insane has called upon Waluigi. Ray, are you still here? Because I know you dropped the gift subs. Are you still here? Next in line, James Games. Are you still here? Because James, if you're still here, give me a character that isn't Donkey Kong or Waluigi. You drop the bits? Give me somebody to send to Goomba's Greedy Gala. I need one or the other. I cannot do both. I need that choice from you. Princess Motherfucking Blocking Sled, aka Princess Peach, has made her way to Goomba's Greedy Gala. Oh no. I feel like I may need more power than the scarf is going to give me. We may need the power of perhaps one of the greatest champions this channel has ever seen. The only champion to go a record of 4-5. Which I guess technically would be a record of 4-1 because in a championship battle, in a true championship, they've gone 4-0. Technically 5-0 actually. But there's a hole in the middle there. Which means it is time to raise hell and praise Shell. As it is time we bring the Blue Shell Hockey Club's winning ways to Mario Party 4. It is the birthday. It's the birthday stream after all. Let's get all of the references. All of the goddamn stars are here. And wouldn't you know it? Oh, look at that. We got one more bottle of fucking maple donut whiskey. Because imagine that. I fucking knew I was gonna go through at least one. Pipe guy ain't stupid, he's just a drunk. So now it is time for the most appropriate sound I can give for the start of this board. Legitimately.
Let's go gambling!
No, seriously. Let's go gambling. Like, that is the entire MO of Goomba's Greedy Gala. It's fucking gambling. You're not gonna be betting the overs or the unders on sports betting. Because anyone that had the under on the Blue Jays game, spoiler alert, the Blue Jays remembered how to offense. Welcome to Goomba's Greedy Gala. This place is tops. Let me show you around. So hey, I love this space. I made it a casino. Pretty high class, no? Feel your heart pound and your nerves jitter as you lay it all on the line. Somehow, I feel like the stakes are going to be higher here than they were at WrestleMania. Sad badum tis. And so it is written, so it shall be. We're going second. Look, it is... It goes surprisingly deeper than that, James. It goes a little deeper than the womp womp rip on that because, 9-2 wasn't much better.
Yeah.
Like, I'm supposed to say that in jest, in that it's a joke. But the truth is kind of oddly stranger than fiction when it comes to that. And it's also like I was scrolling the socials, and apparently I didn't even know until I saw the post of it that apparently the UFC was in Winnipeg. And that should be about the start and end of the conversation of like, wait, the UFC was in Winnipeg? They've ran cards there before. Now, mind you, most of them have been kind of cursed. Haven't necessarily been the best showings. But more often than not, there's at least something you can kind of hang your hat on. There wasn't. It was just sort of a thing that existed there in the minds of both the consumer and the producer. Which led to apathy on both sides' part. Where the UFC, and by extension TKO, didn't put on a card that was worth a damn to the mixed martial arts fans of Winnipeg. Nor did they put on a product that would make the stockholders of TKO think that, okay, well, we need to go back to Winnipeg because, well, shit, that show banged. It was a toxic combination of a multitude of factors, combined with the apathy of the fans that were very much done with TKO's nonsense with WWE, that in turn bled into UFC, which led to a mutual friend of ours in the channel here saying, it was like, oh yeah, they were here. Oh, the card wasn't really that great. Doesn't kind of, they just kind of poison what they touch, don't they? Shoot. That is straight fucking... Oh, that is straight fucking maple donut whiskey. Oh, God. As much as a dick that I am going to be, James, yes. They are essentially a large corporate group that owns both the UFC and the WWE. That is kind of the corporate group that happened, I believe it was 2 years ago now? Oh, Jesus. Oh yeah. It was 3 years ago because fucking Scumbag was still a part of it until everything started coming to light, and then it was like, okay, yeah, no, you need to fuck off expeditiously because we have a fledgling image to maintain. So you need to go away. And then they revealed themselves to be just as bad as the guy that they shooed away, but through different means. In a way, it's a tiger in leopard spot clothing or a leopard in tiger stripe clothing. is... I'm sure somebody else has said that, but if they haven't, you heard it here first. It's weird. It's almost like the... James, you're right. Mike, that's asking what flavor of poison pill do you want? Do you want the cherry or the grape flavored poison pill? Which, assuming I don't have a choice in the matter, can I just swallow both and just, you know, not have to deal with making the choice? And, oh, fuck me! I walked right into that. No, I'm aware. Like, by no means am I absolving the previous regime of transgressions. That's why I said it's a cherry or a grape. And in a way, the grape might be a little bit on the nose. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Well, I mean, look. We're rocking the black and blue of the blue shell. I mean, there's also white. I mean, there's white because, you know, there's outer lines. And I was gonna get to that, and it was gonna be as, like, whatever you want to do, let it ride. Because I will 100% ensure that when, not if, when, okay, well, I guess in that case is like, fashion it after the blue shell. Get the blue and white of the blue shell. Get the blue and white of the blue shell. And maybe just a little personal one for me is like, do the blue and white, do whatever logo you want or whatever for, like, the main core of the championship, but give me that Genshin World Order spray paint. Give me that Genshin World Order spray paint. I know it's gonna look tacky and ugly as fuck because I don't think I have a proper transparent one. Unless my mysterious benefactor that gave me those can give me a transparent one or remind me that maybe I do have one and I just kind of forgot about it. Because while there may be only one member of the Genshin World Order in Backbreaker Pro, he is going to fly the pride of the Genshin World Order. Because he's a man of principles, goddammit. Okay, so stars in red. Which is where Donkey Kong is. Give me a little. The star isn't that important to you. Fee, fi, fo, fuck you, Goomba. Give me my fucking... Oh, look at that. I won the fucking roulette. Fuck you, bitch. I will... It is more of a motivation for me to get my shit done. Get my shit done, because it is very much falling behind. And both blessed and cursed, were it not for this Mario Party challenge, we would have had likely the final event for us in the previous game, which I would have probably, actually, now that I think about it, had to restructure and shuffle a bunch of stuff on my hard drive. So what you're telling me is maybe I should take Wednesday off. I should take Wednesday off to take a little looky-peeky in there. Because oh shit, you can do that one regular size. Well, the only thing with finish early is for Wednesday, that would basically either be a single board or likely nothing. Which, based on the timeline of where I'm going to be with this, Wednesday, I'm probably going to be in the meat and potatoes of story mode. The meat and potatoes for story mode and H. What's the fucking range of this? The range of the water gun is absolute dog shit. But we also had 2 more hits to do, so we didn't exactly do ourselves any favors. So I'm not gonna sprout and preach like, oh, the fucking game's wrong. It's like, no, we just kind of sucked at our jobs. And while the range is not great, in fairness, Amarella, I thought there'd be a few more run-ins, but it is what it is. It is oddly appropriate that you're mentioning that as we are on the casino-centric board of Mario Party 4. It is hilariously appropriate. Hey, welcome to the Lottery Shop, rookies. Get a special one-time gift. Here you go. It is the lottery ticket. Now, give me 5 coins and let's play the game. So, we have won 100 coins on both boards we've played before. Can we go 3 for 3? Time to play the game! Damn it. Well, not that time. Time to take the L! Okay, well, I mean, look. A lot of marquee names took an L to Triple H when they probably should. You know, Rob Van Dam, Booker T, Kane, Goldberg, Kane again. Orton the first time. Get away from that fucking rock. Hey, we finally won this one!
Yeah, I'm a gotta win.
And now we get to flex without making ourselves look like an ass. Also worth noting, 7 of the 8 playoff series in the National Hockey League have completed as of today. There is still one left to go through, and we're just going to quickly break this down here. So yesterday, Carolina Hurricanes pick up a 2-0 win over the Ottawa Senators. They will be playing on Monday, aka tomorrow. As will the Minnesota Wild and the Dallas Stars, where the Minnesota Wild, I'm sorry, fanboy Brian and any Dallas Stars fans, the Wild put belt to ass in that game. 6-1 in Dallas did the Minnesota Wild pump the Stars. No money for an Uber in the morning, no breakfast made. You just got told to clean yourself up and get the fuck out of the fucking Airbnb. And Gritty gets a 3-2 win over the Penguins. Look, the longer the Flyers stay in the playoffs, the less I may be able to ignore the magnetic pull that they have to say the Flyers are going to win the Stanley Cup, because Gritty is just an all-omnipresent being. Asterix, and I do still have a soft spot for Dan Vladar, the starting goalie of the Flyers. Dan Vladar is still kind of the fucking man. As a Flames fan, I will always have a soft spot for Dan Vladar. Today, oh shit, this doesn't get that. We got a game still ongoing where the Utah Mammoth are up 2-1 on Vegas. In my little playoff pool thing that I got with you're not wrong, just what was there like? There was like 3 fights in the in game 1 between the fans in the Battle of Pennsylvania. There was like 3 fights, 2 in the stands, and at least 1 in the street. The Utah Mammoth are up. Oh, there was more than what I'd seen. Jesus H. Murphy. 5 in the arena and a parking lot brawl. Did someone commandeer a helicopter to do a top rope move? Because if not, well, I guess they're not playing by Here Comes the Pain logic. Which, in saying that, I know I did a run. I know I did a run of Here Comes the Pain. But I did that as a created character that never got a shot at a world title. I want to revisit Here Comes the Pain where our created superstar gets a shot at a world title. Because I believe we at least ended as the U.S. title, as the U.S. champ. I believe we did. We ended as U.S. champ on the SmackDown side. And I feel like I would stick on the SmackDown side because it's 2003 in the WWE. As much as I know on the Raw side, if I wrestled Shawn Michaels, there would be bangers with Shawn Michaels. But on SmackDown, I get name redacted in some technical real graps. I get Kurt Angle in real graps. I get Cover Athlete in real graps. I get our seemingly forever rival in Biker Taker. Because it doesn't matter if I play Here Comes the Pain, Shut Your Mouth, or any of the SmackDown vs. Raw games. Our created wrestler always has beef with The Undertaker. No matter what, we always have beef with The Undertaker. Like, okay, well, I'm not siding with McMahon in the Shut Your Mouth feud. Well, The Undertaker spearheading that regime. Okay, well, fuck you, Undertaker. Biker Taker is standing against me in SmackDown, and Here Comes the Pain. Well, fuck you, Undertaker. Deadman Undertaker's got beef with me in SVR 07. Well, guess what, Mark? Fee, fi, fo, fuck you. I guess I'm kicking your ass in this game, too. I'm not saying that for once I'd like to have The Undertaker on my side, but it would be nice if I didn't have to deal with that dickhead constantly fighting. It would be nice if I could look over him and was like, oh, you're not over there for once. That's nice. I can deal with Triple H. I can deal with Booker T. I can deal with Eddie Guerrero. Which, oh yeah, no, Eddie Guerrero absolutely sided on with the McMahon side of the McMahon-Flair war. And then when McMahon and Flair decided, we're going to eliminate anyone that doesn't agree with us, Eddie Guerrero sided with the regime, and we threw up the double deuces as the Undisputed Champion, saying, fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. I don't remember if Angle was on our side or not during the Shut Your Mouth playthrough or not, but yeah, like I said, I do maybe want to revisit Here Comes the Pain, but, let's just say Here Comes the Pain, or literally any other project at this point, is going to be very much on the back burner until, I'd say at minimum, when we start doing the sidebar games of the Ultimate Mario Party Challenge. Which is, there's a bunch of Pummel Party stuff that still needs to be done for the mainline game, which BT Dub we're out of life for because Ray fucking smoked us in Pummel Prism. Look, I don't call the Edmonton Extra Life guys fucking demons in that game without fucking cause. They are fucking demons. They are good at that. They are properly good at that game. I am good at bullshit, sleight of hand, and manipulation. They are genuinely good at the mechanics of the game. Meaning, if my sleight of hand and manipulation fucking fails, I am going to be on the wrong end of getting packed and smoked like a fucking premium cigar. Roll high, you win 10 coins. Roll low, you go back to, oh, shit. You actually gotta win this to actually even get to the star, and okay, it's a 5. Okay, 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 we got this. Pop the scarf. Pop the scarf. Take the star. It's about time you got here. Fuck you, Gooba. You bitch. Top hat, suit wearing bitch. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna call you a top hat, suit wearing bitch. I'm not gonna call you a top hat, suit wearing bitch because you just put the star literally right in front of me again. So I am not gonna be a dick unless Waluigi wins the lottery. If Waluigi wins the lottery, then I'm gonna be a little bit salty. And you know what? That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Take the fucking L you got in your hat, bitch. Take the L you got in your hat, bitch. I am winning. I got this fucking star. V5 full fuck you, motherfucker. Unless fucking Peach warps with me. Because if Peach warps with me, that is, if Peach warps with me, that's, not great. And that's me being an asshole for the sake of being an asshole. But surely she's... Wait, what? She genuinely did not switch with me. Okay. All right. I guess. Look, if you've been part of the Mario Party 4 playthrough to this point, you would look at this as like, okay, maybe they have an idea what they're doing, but then you would also immediately be like, no, they ain't cooking shit. Open the door, motherfucker! Well, for what it's worth, fanboy, we lost a life in Pummel Party. And I'm going to have to double check the VOD to make sure the accurate number of keys that I had for all 3 games. We unlocked it. We unlocked it as a sidebar game. I sort of spoke out of my way and advocated for that particular game to be on my birthday. Now, that being said, yes, it is. But if you were still looking for a game of Pummel Party, I certainly wouldn't deny your request because run-ins are still free. If you've got Pummel Party installed, I think I'm still in my own Discord voice chat. It might have hung up at this point. No, it hasn't. I'm still there. But if you have Pummel Party, or if you have... Honestly, at this point, it's like... If y'all got any, if y'all in chat, if you have my Switch friend code or my Steam friend code, which I don't remember my own Steam friend code, I'm sorry. If you want to do a run-in and just challenge me to a random, like, NSO or Pummel Party board, drop it in the chat. Let's go. It's all for a good cause. It's all for Extra Life. If you want the smoke for charity, I will give you the smoke for charity. I will fight like a defiant badass to the best of my ability, and either go down in a flaming pile of salty rage, or I will remind you exactly why we won the fucking lottery again. 3 fucking boards in Mario Party 4. We pick up the 100 coin prize. Where's that lottery? He ain't fucking on me. Dollars and cents, motherfucker. We got both.
I got it.
If it's Pummel Party or the OG Mario Party 3 on NSO, you fucking cunt. You fucking cunt, Peach. I hope you get sent back to start. Take that fucking L, you stupid bitch! Warp with me for a fucking star that you couldn't reach? Play stupid games, win stupid prizes, motherfucker. Go ahead, buy another warp pipe. See how well it pays off for you. Dumb. Wait, where the fuck am I? Where am I? Oh, crap. Oh, no. All of that talking shit toward goalies, and, I don't have it immediately set as a sound, but let's just call this minigame the "If you're a goaltender, tend the goal." Do I have to reactivate it just for the purpose of the, You know what? No. Let's just do this the easy way. Let's just do this the easy way, but also the long way, and those that likely know what's about to show up. You probably know what sound is about to show up, but, ladies and gentlemen, say it loud, say it proud, say it with your chest. Well,
If you're a goaltender, tend the goal!
And just purely for self-indulgence, because I didn't hear it because my soundbar kind of shut off.
If you're a goaltender, tend the goal!
We did not tend the goal, Steve. Although I think we did a slightly better job than Joseph Wall did. Or whatever any of the... Look, I didn't watch Leaf games. I didn't watch Leafs games. I barely watched the 2 Leafs games that the Flames played against the Leafs. That's how little I gave a fuck about the Leafs, because Fanboy, TSN, and Sportsnet, the 2 main sports broadcasters and like sports entities in Canada, those 2 would tell me all I needed to know about the Leafs. Because it did not matter if I was in the deepest, furthest west coast of Vancouver Island, or the Yukon, or the farthest east of fucking Tuktoyaktuk, Newfoundland, or whatever little small village in Nunavut was from Toronto, I would know how that game went for the Toronto Maple Leafs and what did it mean for their chance at the playoffs, or what did it mean for their team, in spite of my absolute 0 fucks to give about what it meant to the Toronto Maple Leafs. You could ask me the genuine fucking consensus about what a random Flames Leafs game meant to the fucking Anaheim Ducks had as much bearing to me as what it meant to the Maple Leafs. Because I genuinely do not care. Because they will tell me regardless if I care or not. Because of the 7 major Canadian hockey teams, guess which one draws the most money, which in turn means they get the most media attention, whether they are good or not. Spoiler alert, it's the Maple Leafs. Second is my other least favorite team, so guess what? I don't get to escape misery. Because if I don't have to hear about what a fucking random ass fucking Eastern Conference game means to the Maple Leafs, or like what the vibes in the locker room about the Leafs mean, I have to look at what a fucking random Kings Canucks game means to Connor McDavid and the fucking Oilers, and guess what? I don't fucking care. I hope it makes you fucking miserable. I hope it drags the fucking locker room down, but guess what? It doesn't. Because they don't care about a Kings Canucks game, because that shit is so far beneath them, they have the luxury to not fucking care, and guess what? They don't. Because If the Canucks win, okay, well that's 2 less points that the fucking Kings get. If the Kings win, oh no. Our April and May punching bag gets 2 more points in the standings and are still in a playoff matchup with us. Oh no, whatever are we going to do? Roll, pack, smoke, and ash the Kings like the Oilers have done for the last 4 fucking years. Spoiler alert, it's not fucking changing. And I say that as a hater of the Oilers. Copying the Oilers' homework and getting Ken Holland, Cody Ceci, 45 games of Corey Perry, Warren Fogle, and a whole lot of flotsam, jetsam, Dick All, and Artemi Panarin else is genuinely not, as a hater, gonna make me take you seriously. Like, the desolate do-nothing Flames smoked your ass. Smoked your ass and made you look like chumps. And I'm supposed to take this team seriously in the playoffs? Even though it's gonna destroy my playoff bracket in Snow Penguins playoff bracket thing, I genuinely hope you win a playoff game just to prove me wrong. Just to prove me and the grander NHL general NHL hemisphere wrong. That you maybe can win a game. A hidden block in first place. Give me my 20 coins. Because it won't be a fucking item. Oh!
I got it.
In fairness to our long-suffering brethren of Sabres fans, they have been in the dark for a while. Let them hit the toxic waltz and bust a barricade. Which, do I have that? Do I have that as a sound? I'm pretty sure I have toxic waltz. Almost positive I have toxic. Yes, I do. Look, Mike, this is all that was happening. Shout out to the Toxic Waltz, both an absolute banger of a song by Exodus, and one of the dirtiest, nasty, low-down, absolutely depraved strategies that you can use in Pokemon Nuzlocke. Toxic and Double Team, aka the Toxic Waltz, which is even more brutal come Generation 6. God help X and Y, Sword and Shield, again, revisiting Sword and Shield. God help Scarlet and Violet, and God help Sun and Moon. Because, boy, let me tell you, the Toxic Waltz. Much like the Signal Fire, will be a light. Oh crap! Ah, damn it!
Yeah, Waluigi the winner.
Hush. Hush. If I do a Legends and ZA run on the channel, which honestly, my playthrough of ZA, like my dicking around in ZA while I was up at work was like, I really want to do a playthrough of this on the channel, but I don't want to confine myself to a challenge run. It's like, I do just want to kind of do that one as just like, I do kind of want to just do that one as like, we vibe, but I try not to do what I did through my regular run. So for Legends, just off rip, I definitely am not taking Cyndaquil as a starter. And for Legends, okay, so that basically means don't pick the fire starter. It just means immediately don't pick the fire starter, because both times in Arceus and ZA, I picked the fire starter because I like my fire types, especially because Cyndaquil was my first starter when I first started actually when I first ever played Pokemon properly. Like a pipeline friend of mine had a copy of Blue, and I used Squirtle, but it was like that save never got saved. Don't, bitch.
Yeah.
But like when I bought my GBA with my own money and that I got for my birthday, and I ended up I got the Mario Kart. I got the Mario Kart Super Circuit pack because I had both saved / locked my way into that much money through my birthday. That was like, well, I'm gonna get. It's like, I've got enough for another game, and at the time, I didn't think nothing of it. I just bought Pokemon Crystal. And the first starter I ever had in my own Pokemon game that I owned was Cyndaquil. Little did I realize later that, Cyndaquil in the OG Gold Silver Crystal, was an absolute ass kicker. Now, I was a dumb kid. I didn't teach my Quilava Thunder Punch, which would give it an unnecessary advantage over basically any of its fucking weaknesses. I just overleveled my Quilava to the point of, like, fuck around and find out. Okay, so I'm losing this because I forgot to start off the rip because I was...
Finish!
I damn near won and I wasn't paying attention. I feel like that's a damning indictment of the GameCube AI, even though we definitely set them to hard. That is, bit of a damning indictment. Okay. BT dub for those that care. We're right in front of the star. And somehow have a 3-star lead. And, okay, this one's getting spicy. And they chose Trace Race. I don't think I really need to do this, but I think we gotta pop the scarf for this one because, look, game, when it comes to Trace Race, I'm better than you. Drunk, sober, or otherwise. And you know it. Why would you pick Trace Race?
Stop!
I say that as we are immediately botching the... Oh, this is, Nope, nobody clipped that. Nobody clipped any of that because, oh boy, did that turn into a instant disaster. Nope, that didn't happen. Perish the thought, that did not fucking happen. Okay, that turned into a... Okay, that's a fucking disaster I'm gonna have to deal with. Okay. It is a very good thing we have a 4-star lead, or that arrogant fumble of bombastic proportions would very much come back to haunt me. And genuinely, I don't know if this game at this point is taking pity on me. Because that star is genuinely right in front of me. I am legitimately not sure if the game is taking pity on me from the shit show that was Mario Party 3 or what, but after that arrogant bombastic display, I am about to genuinely have a 5-star lead. They didn't even give her a magic lamp. Like, I'm not saying this game needs to be holding my hand because of the shit show that was Mario Party 3, but I feel like the game has very much put the kid gloves on. She didn't even go towards Boo. I will be right back for a TV timeout. BRB, it's Tree Stomp. Okay, look. I'm not saying that I expected more out of the game. So. But am I maybe a smidgen better than I give myself credit for? Because I figured, if nothing else, I was likely gonna get my ass kicked. Whether it be by Mario Party 4 or by Pummel Party.
I gotta win.
And, well, I'm looking at the record for tonight right now, and the record's gonna show 3-1. And the end one was from a run-in that was an absolute demon that told me to sit the fuck down and know your fucking place. But am I better than I think I am? Like, I'm looking at this board and saying right now, and
I got it.
let's do some Steiner math on this one. I got 5 stars. I got 5 stars to these chumps 0. Collective. The numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for these fools at sacrifice. I welcome you. I welcome you with open arms. Do your best to stop me, and I will bend your knee like the rest. It's funny you ask that, fanboy. It's funny that you ask. As fucking... Bitch, she stole my money! I wasn't paying attention. But you know, they say all men are created equal. But you look at me, you look at Waluigi, and that statement is not true. You see, normally you go one-on-one with an Mario Party. You got a 50-50 chance of winning. But I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal. So you got a 25% chance at best of winning. And then you throw Peach and Donkey Kong in the mix. Your numbers drastically go down. See, the 4-way at Lockdown, WrestleMania, or Dynasty, or Supercard of Honor. Shout out to all 4. Gotta throw out all 4. Gotta throw out all 4. Supercard of Honor, WrestleMania, Dynasty, and Lockdown. Even though Lockdown wasn't this month, but they did re-announce Lockdown, and typically in TNA's past, April was the Lockdown pay-per-view. Fuck you, I'm rolling with it. I know it's sacrificed for the promo, but for timing, just let me have this. You got a 33% chance of winning, but I got a 62/3 chance. Because Peach and DK, they know they can't beat me. They ain't gonna try. So, Luigi, you take a 33% chance. Mine's my 25% chance. You got an 8% chance of winning. And It's sacrifice. But you take my 75 chance, do a 1-on-1, and now I see 2/3. I got 141 2/3% chance of winning. The numbers don't lie. And they spell disaster for you. Sacrifice. Yes, he did. I don't know what happened because I didn't watch WrestleMania Night 2 because I didn't check my net. I think I still have a Netflix subscription, but I wasn't also paying extra for WrestleMania for reasons. Did he at least take the L? Did Lesnar stress the first name and his... Did he at least take the L? Good New Day validation. Several years after the fact, but New Day validation. Thank you, Obafemi. I'm not saying that needs to be like a stable, but with the current, with the current wave of things, Kofi and Woods align with Oba and just be like, look, this fucker killed Kofi's title run and Big E's title run. While we turned on Big E, we still harbor a grudge against Lesnar. And their reaction should be that, like, should be any fucking pack watch. Roll, pack, smoke, and ash. Even if it wasn't even if it wasn't how the match was laid out or happened, both Kofi and Woods should just be like, pack watch, rip bozo, fee, fi, fo, fuck you. Just on the grounds of, like, you killed one of the coolest title runs. And I harbor a bit more of a grudge. I harbor a bit of a grudge of this because it's like, I had the high of Mania 35 of Kofi Mania, Becky Lynch, the man wins both belts. And then, like, a week later, I had to watch the Calgary Flames get smoked. Actually, I don't think it was even a week. It was within the same hemisphere. I had to, like, within the same weekend, I had to watch the Calgary Flames get smoked by this upcoming, upstart fucking Colorado Avalanche team with this fucking asshole Cale Makar is like, who the fuck is... Oh, that kid is very legit. Especially because where I was... I think I've said this story on stream before. Where I was drinking and watching the games... Oh, I learned his name before the Flames got eliminated. I learned his name the first game that the Calgary Flames were on the road. Because Cale Makar was a product of the Brooks Bandits, the Alberta Junior Hockey League team in the town that I conveniently happened to be living in at the time of the job that I was working on, which was the playoff matchup. I was a lone Flames fan in a bar of Brooks Bandits and Colorado Avalanche jerseys in Brooks, Alberta, because my uncle lived in Brooks, Alberta and was running the job that I was working at. So yes, I was a Nepo hire. But that's beside the point of the hockey story that I'm telling, because I was the lone motherfucker in a Flames jersey, and I'm like, who the, like, all these bandit, like, these guys are here in this Boston Pizza with all these bandits jersey. Who is this Makar dude? Who is this Kale Makar dude? And then that game 3, I learned very quickly who he was. And I found out he was him. Because he teabagged my team in a 6-2 loss. The Flames lost 6-2. The Avalanche absolutely scorched the Flames in that game 3. But that was the first game that Makar played, and he had a goal and 2 assists, and I was like, oh. The breakaway that he got, I was like, oh. Okay, he's a problem. And then they, like, started talking, and, like, I saw the name Makar. And then I saw the Makar band, like, started to make the connections, and then it was like the mind palace opened, the gears started shifting, and I was like, oh shit. That is why everybody here is cheering for this dude and not the team that's like 200 clicks away, because that dude played here and that dude was him. I mean, a guy that goes 4th overall in the entry draft out of the AJHL. The Alberta Junior Hockey League is like, the Alberta Junior Hockey League in terms of like the juniors, or in terms of like the grander hemisphere, is kind of like the ECHL, or it's kind of like a spring football league where it's like they're a long shot to make it. Asterix. The guy that went 4th overall in the draft because the Colorado Avalanche were like, that kid's got something, that kid is legit. Penguin, I went 2-1. I got 2 wins and a loss, so I still have to do more Pummel Party boards. Which, I mean, look, I'm not saying I'd completely railroad this. I'm not saying I would completely railroad this run, this particular board, just to do another Pummel Party board if you're interested. But I'm not against the idea either way, because, well, at the end of the day, this channel does not survive This channel doesn't survive without both the people that continue to tune in to my nonsense and those that in the nicest way possible, kind of drew the short straw for this weekend, this weekend into the starting of the week, didn't you? Like, it is what it is. Ultimately, it is what it is. You do you. You do you. You gotta do what's best for you. And it's like, you learned about this shit a little later. And that is what it is. And especially because this happened to be... Because this happened to be a year that, well, I was home for it, and I was in the midst of this challenge. The last 2 years, I don't think I was home for. Oh, wait, no. Last year I was home because that was the ultimate smash... I think that was the ultimate Smashdown, where Branson and I played through every single Smash game, doing a Smashdown style bracket, and we barely made it into Ultimate because I kind of packed and smoked him. I really needed to land on that, because that's kind of keeping me trapped here, which is not great.
Yeah!
Wait, what? What are you doing? Apology, what are you doing? You have no money and no stars. And you... You're a man that is literally betting what little is left of your, like, credit history and, like, anything. Credit anything in favor of trying to gamble. And it is time for a photo finish. And, fuck, it's this. Shit. Fuck you, Peach. Fuck you, Princess Blocking Sled. Also, worth noting in the Steiner Math promo, it goes beyond the main Steiner bullet points there that are immortalized. Is Steiner continues to go on that he can lay pipe better than Samoa Joe. And then, even further, is at that point, Petey Williams, aka Maple Leaf Muscle, when TNA homegrown Petey Williams is rocking the admittedly, him rocking the chainmail, calling himself Maple Leaf Muscle, the definition of definition, where he was cut and shredded like a fucking rock star. He looked like $1 million. Partially maybe because he was hanging out with Steiner, and he could cut a coherent promo without it being like, what is this insane man talking about? But then Petey starts talking and it's like, okay, no, this dude is cut from fucking granite because while he may only be like, he may be under 6 foot, but he is shredded like diamonds, which means he is hard as fuck. Because he is a He's a smaller guy, but he is fucking shredded. Which means this dude is nothing to fuck with. And while it may not have helped him break out on his own, at least for me as like a guy that started watching TNA right about the time that TNA jumped to Spike TV until, honestly, right around this promo, I thought Petey Williams was the fucking man. I thought that dude was fucking cool. I thought that dude was the shit because when I started watching TNA, is like everybody, like the fans and Tenay and West told me to basically hate this dude. But I had a soft spot for him immediately because it's like, well, he's part of Team Canada. And he's got this electric guitar shredding O Canada national anthem shit as his fucking entrance music. And I'm like, but that's fucking cool. I don't want to boo that because Petey Williams is fucking cool. Because Team Canada is fucking cool. With Petey Williams and Coach Scott D'Amore and the glorious Robert Roode. Bobby Roode is part of Team Canada, and yes, that is the... For Penguin or for me, Brian, because I already had a steak, mashed potatoes, and some seasonal veggies. And some chili shrimp. I skipped the dishes on this one because it's like I've got some chicken in. I got chicken breasts in the freezer. I've got some pork chops. I got some chicken thighs, and it's like it's my birthday. I'm gonna treat myself. And then I also ordered some upside-down pineapple cake. I ordered some upside-down pineapple cake because they were out of cheesecake. Wait, what did she just win? Fuck! Fuck! No! Fuck you, you fucking bitch! My coin star! I am going to drive a fucking anchor right between the fucking wickets, you fucking bitch! I don't care that I have 5 stars, fanboy Brian. I'm a capitalist. And I have to team with this fucking harlot? Fuck, if you had told me that. If you had told me that, admittedly, I might have been a little bit, in fairness, probably ended up, annoyed because you ended up having to work, which would have meant that if you had told me ahead of time, but you had to work, and then I wouldn't have planned anything, I would have probably been like, well, I just had to grab leftovers out of the fridge, which wasn't as cool because I had a plan, but the plans fell through, but, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Y'all gotta work? Y'all gotta work. That's what it is. You did not have to go out of your way for me. But I appreciate the thought all the same. The important part out of all of this is the thought was there, but extraneous circumstances killed the thought. Killed the plan. The fact that you were thinking about that, that is... That is a very it's a very fucked up hard hands, but just understand it is hard hands. Just please understand it's hard hands. It doesn't look like a fucked up baseball or a butt. Maybe I should have pointed at my camera better, but I kind of fucked it up. Sorry. More thought went into your plan than my reaction plan. Let's just put it that way. Which doesn't really excuse my shit show, but it's... I hope you forgive the shit show. But ultimately, fanboy, I want all the wealth in this. Princess Walking Sled. Princess Walking Sled, do you mind, Princess? Princess? Thank you. I know I have a bit of a bad habit of pointing you toward, I feel like I think I have before, but yeah. For those that are new here as to why I call Peach Princess Blocking Sled, in Mario Party, she seems to block my progress from victory, but previously, in another life, in a previous Extra Life challenge, where we were playing through every single Mario Kart, going through all 150cc trophies, Super Mario Kart was an absolute cast iron, fuck you, rat bastard of a game. However, I was thrown a lifeline. You fucking asshole, Donkey Kong! Hooray! I'm so happy for Bowser's Bigger Blast. I'm happy for an RNG mini game on a 20 coin battle mini game. Buy-in. Fuck you. You asshole. Anywho. Yes, as Fanboy alludes to in chat, I was blessed with knowledge of how speedrunners got through Super Mario Kart. And that was to use the 2-player mode. For the bulk of it, I had been using single-player strats, which said that Koopa was sort of the best sort of new player, easy to deal with handling and can kind of get through the nonsense player. What I didn't realize when I looked at that guide was that Peach and Toad were going to make my life fucking miserable. To the point that after beating the Star Cup with this speedrun strat, I would have to adopt a new strat within the strat. Because I tried Special Cup with Peach still as the player 2. Peach forever remained the player 2 because she was, in no nice way to put it, Princess Toadstool, Princess Peach was a cunt. She was a cunt to deal with because she would forever be my rival. And her particular weapon to deal with was hell to deal with. By extension, so was Toad, but Toad was never a... Are you shitting me? God damn it. Toad was never really an issue. It was Peach and Bowser. And, well, Bowser, I could kind of get around because it would just spin me out and I'd have to rally back. Peach's particular AI-based item made the Princess and Toad a cast iron cunt to deal with. Because Peach would always be at least a 1-2 rival, which means I would have to deal with her if I wanted to win. The other one was Bowser, spoiler alert. But at least with Toad, he was a non-issue. And Toad was in the same weight class, style class as Koopa Troopa. Oh no. That's not good. Penguin, I don't know, hit a multiplier to the numerical value as Taylor Swift feels for being 22? I don't know. Or add 10 years to how Blink-182 said, nobody likes you when you're 23? So if nobody likes you when you're 23, I am just like the scourge of society at... I am the scourge of society at 33 at this point. If nobody likes you when you're 23, like, fuck. 33, fuck. You might as well just be, like, the worst thing to ever happen since pediatric cancer. Do not bow to that, fanboy. Also, do not bow to me winning that. That was more my stubbornness. Again, as I said when we finally beat it, is like, I finally bent the game to my will. I didn't have this great level up moment where I was able to, like, competently beat the game. I just had enough dice rolls go my way, where, as I say in the clip, I finally bent the game to my will. I didn't beat Super Mario Kart. Super Mario Kart showed me mercy. I like him taking 30 coins from everybody because fuck all of you. Fanboy, did you use the two-piece strat? Or were you doing it single player? Were you doing it single player? Because if you were doing it two-piece strat, keep at it, you'll get it. If you were doing it single player, use two-piece strat. Well, I guess technically I did beat the mushroom and flower without the speedrun strat. There was no way on God's green repugnant earth that I was beating Super Mario Kart without the speedrun strat of two-player. I didn't think it either until I ran Star Cup with it once. We spent 5 hours on a single stream going through Star Cup, and we made no progress. We did not beat it. We would occasionally see the final race of the cup, but it was like we were so under the gun that we had to be perfect. Trust me when I say this. Two-player strats makes a world of difference. Fanboy, trust me when I say this, because we went from struggling for hours of not even consistently being able to make Star Cup to we packed and smoked the Star Cup in one take with speedrun strats. I am not advocating for you to try that again. But I am going to tell you that if you think it doesn't make a difference, it 1,000% does. There are less obstacles to deal with, and if the AI is actually less aggressive, and the longer you go through it, the more you can stack points to somewhat invalidate the later races. Asterisk, it does not work in Special Cup, as you have seen through the multiple crash outs, rage episodes, and, you saw when we hit sort of our lowest of lows with that, where it's like, even with the strats, we weren't doing it, but we had to dust ourselves off and get back to it, because I guess with hindsight, it's like, we just had to get up and do it. But in the moment, man, did it feel like that it was just a mountain we couldn't climb. Later, Amarella. Hopefully see you tomorrow for 420. As long as I'm still in strength to stream. Which, if I am, I know what day I'm taking off. Spoiler alert, it might have to do with Backbreaker Pro. It might have to do with Backbreaker Pro and All Elite Wrestling. It's Wednesday. If I am good to go Monday, we are taking Wednesday off. If I continue down the path of self-destruction, we may end up taking Monday off. I am a parasailer. Oh, crap. Waluigi, please do not fuck me over. Okay, so good to see we're on a great start already. Hey, fuckhead. Stop running into boxes, you dumb bastard. I need... Let me over there, you dumb fuck! Waluigi, why are you the way you are, you stupid son of a bitch? Are we not even in the final five? Well, we're almost into the final 5 turns, but, look, I'm not saying I'm not advocating for I'm not advocating for a forced reset of the board or the game, but, I am going to say that it is currently 5 stars to 0. Collectively. Not like 5 stars 0 to my closest adversary. It is 5-0 collectively, and I think I've got 2 of 3 of the bonus stars. So I'm not saying that, I'm not advocating for a donation to stop the massacre and force me to run this board back, but, I will say, as intoxicated as I am, the fact that I am putting this much belt to ass against a computer-controlled opponent on a hard difficulty, let's just say I don't necessarily have high hopes for any of the other 3 GameCube games, and, if ever there was a time to, try and clip my arrogant wings, now or throughout this particular section of the challenge would certainly be a good idea. Because, well, look. We are currently up. Peach, 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 Peach. Peach, just take the money and run. Fuck, we can't win anyway. Okay, I'm gonna be an active menace until then. I can't win the minigame, I'm going to be an active shitbag otherwise. And I believe this is Final 5? No! One more turn. Is there anyone in your solar sphere? Oh shit, it's me. Oh, wait a minute. Stars there. Oh, yeah, I'm not in your solar sphere. I'm on the other side. Me actually landing on the, if I fucking limp dick it, this is actually gonna be kind of helpful. Boom, shaka, laka. Oh, that's too bad, Waluigi. I won the lottery already. Fuck you. Chump. Bitch. Although that does let you go back to start, which might be helpful for you. Okay. I'm sure you have a plan. Probably involves a fucking magic plan. Oh, okay. Well, that could be a bit of a problem, especially because I can't actually get a GAD flashlight because I have 3 Mega Mushrooms already, so I can't get rid of inventory to replace it with more inventory because the Mega Mushroom, I have to actually use it. I can't just toss it like a skeleton key. Look, I'm not saying that the Mushroom Kingdom might have fallen on hard times, but the stinginess of coin bags for 5 coins each is very apparent. Everybody has a lottery ticket. Show me Donkey Kong. Okay. Show me the princess. There's no way it hits. There's no way it hits DK 3 times in a row. There is no way. Again, I asked this yesterday. Do you know what happens if you win the final 5 turns lottery, do you know what happens if you have the winning ticket? I do. Not because it happened to me, but because, well, I looked and saw what happened. And, oh no. Oh no. That is, okay, that is a problem. That is, okay. Every red space that was there is now a chance time space. Which means we have to play that stupid pinball game if we ever land on a fucking red space. Which, I can't say I'm entirely thrilled to do. And of course it happens on the gambling board, because of course it does. Because fuck you, Goomba, you are a shitbag. I need to get the fuck out of here. Which means I need to get rid of this. But it does mean I'm about to lose a fucking star to Princess Peach. Because that cunt has a fucking boo crystal ball. And while I probably could have... God damn it. Oh, wait. That wouldn't have done a goddamn thing. What do I got? I got 10 left. Un, deux, trois, four. Un, deux, trois, four. If I need to, I can steal the star pick. As long as I don't do something stupid. And Waluigi instantly lost on the magic lamp. Waluigi doesn't care. That fucking dipshit has the fucking... That actually works because the star is already there, but it's not gonna matter. Speaking of not going to matter, there is, yeah, this matter at hand that, look, I particularly liked my 5-0 fucking lead on everybody, and basically made it a non-contest, but it is, it is technically a non-contest as long as she, as long as Peach doesn't have the coin star. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, this is not going to help anything. Do I need to, like, I've got the Steiner Math promo up. Do I need to re-bust out the Bret Hart promo? Oh, you fucking bitch. No, I think we are gonna break out the fucking Bret Hart fucking frustrated promo. Frustrated isn't the goddamn word for it. This is bullshit. You screwed me, everyone screwed me, and nobody gives a goddamn thing about it. Nobody cares in the building cares, nobody in the dressing room cares, nobody. So much goddamn injustice, and I've had it up to here. Everyone knows it. I know it. Everyone knows it. I should be running this Mario Party 4 board. Everyone just keeps turning a blind eye. You turn a blind eye to it. I get the commish turns it. Look, yes, I went out of my way to go find that promo. But in the context of the time, no, how did I win that? No, seriously. How did I win that? Because that was all manner of words. A complete goddamn nonsense. Wait. What are you? What? What are you? What are you? Oh no. Oh crap, here we go again. This never goes well, especially when I have a god tier lead. Okay. For sure, if I do this at full tilt, exactly what I hoped would happen. So I guess if you're fucking motherfucker, bitch made motherfucker, piece of shit, into the fucking dirt. Nobody asked for your fucking opinion. Fuck you, Waluigi. You bitch. You sassy bitch. Ow, ow, ow. At least it's still 20 coins?
I got it.
Oh. Oh. Well, I guess maybe if he loses the, okay, that's somewhat problematic. But maybe he loses the dice roll. I mean, it is a 7, and, okay, good, but it pretty much means I have to home run ball the next star, or it is very much getting warped away from where I. Oh, wait, you can't afford it now. And wait, what? No. Why? Huh? Wait. What? What are you? Oh. Participating in nonsense is what you are what you're doing. Okay. That's mildly annoying. And now we get the Mario Party puzzle game for this, where I am bad at it, and we are just going to have an elongated time of me not being able to do much. That is fucking spectacular. Oh, I got fried in that one. I guess maybe because I was supposed to drop my pieces to try and, like, snipe combos, but... He's gonna either move the star, or he's gonna just take it. Oh no. Unless... Oh no. Yeah, I kind of figured he was gonna do that. Son of a bitch. And we have a final score in the final game of the playoffs today. The Vegas Golden Knights get a 4-2 win over the Utah Mammoth in game 1. If I'm going by my playoff bracket that I made, that is broadly fine, but if I'm going off of my morality and if I'm going off of morality and it's like there's too much shady shit to just sort of pass it by as a coincidence. And by extension, like, pass it by as an innocent judgment when there's been, you know, enough points otherwise to be like, there's enough to make me, you know, entirely want to boo Carter Hart. Who was the only one of the 5 that made it back to the NHL, which should be a bit of a point of contentment because the other 4 didn't make it back. Even though based on the sample size is like the 4 of them's skill levels is the 5 of them between Carter Hart, Cal Foote, Alex Fermenton, Dylan Dubé, and the other guy. The other guy, I don't remember his name. So he certainly didn't leave an impression. But their skill levels sort of sit around the same tier. Carter Hart just maybe gets the grace that he's a goalie. But you certainly wouldn't have that grace if he was... Could you not? If you saw him when the Flyers were in Edmonton to... Oh my god, I got fucking cooked in that. If you ever saw the Flyers come into Edmonton to play the Oilers, Carter Hart would get fried like an egg. He would have grand displays and great goaltending literally anywhere else. But the second he would show up in the province of Alberta, there is still a tire shop in my home city that has both his junior jersey and his Team Canada World, or like his Flyers jersey, hanging in the shop like it is some sort of badge of valor after the 2018 World Junior scandal. And then extending on that, they go to the town that my rental property is at, and they were leading a youth hockey thing, where it's like, that seems in somewhat poor taste. The guy who is, 2 of the guys who are in the middle of a massive sexual assault thing, a massive sexual assault ring, or not a ring, because it's not like it was they were doing it repeatedly, but it's like a massive scandal involving them that is systemic from Hockey Canada just having a bunch of hush money to tell people to shut up and deal with it. And they are doing a youth hockey camp in the middle of the height of all of it, which is a bit of a bad look. For both the town that let it happen and Hockey Canada for not having the foresight to be like, hey, we should stop this. But Look, I've kind of beat that 2018 World Junior Team drum to death. Where it's like, you know my opinion on it. Where it's like, I genuinely think, at least in North America, technically the broader, like, hockey atmosphere, but there's going to just be somewhere because there's always going to be somewhere because somewhere is not going to care. But I don't know if there's a place for any of the 5 that were directly involved in that. And the fact that at least 2 of the 5 said that their leave of absence was why? Why? Why am I involved in this? Was due to mental health reasons is very icky. Because the mental health stuff is not like the grind and, did that actually help me? It's... Okay, technically it didn't, but it also, didn't really do much either because the star is 3 spaces in front of me. And I'm going to very much be on the side of, if you weren't going to bring all of them back based on their quote-unquote usefulness, that is a damning indictment one of the 5 that currently has a job in the NHL is the one goalie. Because one team looked at their goaltending situation and was like, no, genuinely, this is a disaster. We need to do something about it. And surprisingly, of all teams, it was Vegas. And by surprisingly, I mean, well, look, it's not overly surprising for Vegas to take a slightly shady player to fix a problem. They have a very obvious track record of doing whatever it takes to win. It's not any less icky that the only one of the 5 that they brought in was the goalie. None of the others were playing. Fermenton, Foot, Dubé, afterwards. None of the 32 teams want the baggage. Because they're not going to outproduce anyone that's on the active roster. But Vegas is going to be like, well, this goalie has a bit of a suspect past, And what's actually kind of... What's actually kind of funny in a way with it is the Pacific Division, long thought to be, you know, the dregs of the NHL, because, well, I mean, just have a look at it. It's not ideal. Okay, that wasn't what I wanted to do at all. I thought that was gonna... I thought if I just max pulled every one, that's Peach to what would become me to what would become Coin Swap. Star Swap. I apologize for nothing for once again putting Princess Blocking Sled into last place. We are at best. We are at best ending with probably 10 coins. For the mini game. Okay, we're ending with whatever we end up with on Paratrooper Plunge. Which is not ideal considering our previous runs of other boards. But considering we have, in essence, smoked the other two. The other two boards, rolled, packed, smoked, and ashed. And we're ending with 21. We're ending with 21 in Mario Party 4. I will have... I'll look back at the footage and figure out what two I'm missing for Pummel Party. I know we are... I want to say at minimum we're out one life in Pummel Party. But I cannot confirm or deny if we maybe earned one back. I don't know for sure. I'm pretty sure no. But I will have to look. I will have to take a look at the footage. And the judge's review is going to happen as of that moment. Anywho. This is empty. That's empty. Why is that like half full? Like bullshit. Basically, Donkey Kong needs to sweep. Spoiler alert, he's not sweeping. Okay, but no, if he does somehow sweep, he actually does win. That is fucking awful. Like, do you have choice of, like, do you have an influence on your shift? Because doing a closing and then an opening feels like kind of dirty pool. That feels like somebody running the schedule's like, they'll do it. They'll do it because they can. Like, that... I don't want to speak for someone, but I feel like during the process is like, I'll work, like, probably was put in as like, I'll work when I can kind of thing, or like, I'll work whenever. But I mean this in the nicest way possible. The fuckers above you will take advantage of that. Which is why you have a closing and then an opening shift. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. That shouldn't be a thing. That... it shouldn't be. It's like... somebody... like, there should be someone that makes a schedule, but then someone has to proof it. Like, proof it and look, and it's like... hey, yo, wait a minute. It's like... that's not even 12 hours! I say this from someone who works in an industry where it's like... that is the norm, but we get paid as such. It's 12? Maybe it's a company thing? But, like, on my end, it was like, for oil and gas, for, like, the pipeline companies that I've worked for, it is 12? And if they're any earlier, like, it's overtime hours to compensate. Because it's like, look, they're working 12s as is. If they work any later, we are paying them. And then, like, the hours in between what is supposed to be home time, it's like, exactly. Because if you do that, that's a routine. You can work with that. It's like, you can work with a routine. It's like, if I am constantly scheduled for this, I can work within my means. I say that like there's any any routine for fucking... I say that like I get it any different. I guess my routine is like, I know I'm working 12 hours a day, but it is a coin flip. It was a coin flip of like, am I working this Sunday or am I not working this Sunday? And the coin would land heads. You're working, bitch. Pretty much every Sunday after I got off of... pretty much every Sunday after I got off of making sure that the HDDs and the bores had water, it was like, you're working every Sunday. It's like, the Sundays I don't need to be working. Why? Well, we've got this deadline to meet, and it's like, well, okay, fair. But I got paid handsomely for it, so I didn't complain. And by extension, I also didn't burn a bunch of money at the casino in Grand Prairie, so... double plus for that. At least, prior to the Switch, where I basically ended up working every Sunday, I did get to see that CWE event in Grand Prairie that I talked about earlier while Insane was in the chat and while everybody was here inside is like, because they are coming back to Grand Prairie for a blow-off match for a feud that was going on while I was up there, that the match ended in a fucking... It ended in a schmozz finish, like DQ finish, and then the face was laying in the middle of the ring. He's like, getting sick and tired of you running from the ass whooping that's coming to you. Next time we're here, cage match. You ain't running away. And I forget what day Insane mentioned, but it's like early May. I think it's May 5th. I think it's May 5th? No, not May 5th. That's Draft Lottery Day. It's like one of the first weekends in May that CWE rolls back into Grand Prairie for the blow-off match. It is, but I don't think it lands on a weekend. Jesus Murphy, they did it again. Fucking Cinco de Mayo 2020. Cinco de Mayo 2020. Taco Tuesday, Cinco de Mayo. On a pandemic named after a Mexican beer on Taco Tuesday. The perfect lightning bolt of circumstances. So yeah, maybe it's that particular weekend is like the 9th, 10th, or whatever. But like, I know I was there for that event when they announced it, and it was like, fuck, I'm not gonna be home. I'm gonna be home for that. I apologize to CWE. I'm not driving 5 hours up to Grand Prairie to see the blow off of this feud. The feud is heated, and I respect it, but I'm not driving all the way up to Grand Prairie to watch the blow-off of said feud. I'm sorry. Especially not when, in a week's time, I can probably go and watch my local indie fed in Edmonton. Like I say, go watch your local indie fed, and then I conveniently forget to do. So there might be a day off during the challenge here where I go and watch my local indie wrestling fed, because if I'm going to talk the talk, I should go and walk the goddamn walk. Minigame star. Meanwhile, rolled pack. Wait, what? Okay, well that means that still means we ultimately win, because Donkey Kong was our only threat, and Donkey Kong needed a sweep. So it's GG's, we win. Coinstar, don't care. It was the princess. Happening Star got 2. I didn't get a single one. God damn. I was just... Admittedly, at one point, I was ripping a 5-0 lead on everyone, so... I think this one was a...
Mario is the party star.
There's a funny thing. It is rare, but I think this is the second time in Mario Party 4 that I haven't got at least one. Shout out to the Toads Midway Mandis that ended up getting hit with the hard reset. the original Toad's Midway Madness run ended up where I think we didn't get a single one. But then we got hit with the hard reset because I was being too much of a dick to Princess Peach. And as we're going to close out the night here, let's take a little looky-peeky at the statalytics. Because the statalytics are going to tell us how this game ended. It was close in the minigame, but at the end of the day, Waluigi got it, and we weren't even second place, so... Peach had 205, we only had a $1.22. We only had a $1.22, and we won the 100-coin lottery. That is kind of a damning indictment of our money management, but it also got us our 5 stars that allowed us to basically put the game in an unbreakable chokehold. Nothing was going to stop us in spite of the fact that even though we had the second highest money count, we weren't close to Peach. I didn't think we were. I kind of forgot who got the coin star, but I was like, it can't be us because we spent a fuck ton of money. We reinvested in the Goomba economy. We didn't believe in trickle-down bullshit. Or if we did believe in trickle-down bullshit, we actually did the trickle-down bullshit where it trickled down to the Goombas. Or we mostly just invested in gambling and lost and, well, they got their money one way or another. Anywho. 12 blue spaces, which means we did have to kind of play... I don't think there were too many stars that were given out that were free, though. There was only oh, wait, no, right. They weren't, because it was all chance time. Because it was, red spaces were chance time. That's right. So, 12 blue spaces, no red spaces. So, we were blessed with 36 coins by way of blue spaces and had to make work with what we had. Again, winning the lottery helped. Winning the lottery helped immensely. One happening space that gave us a shit ton of money. It gave us a decent amount of money by way of the coin chip traversal. 2 fucking chance times. Which one actually helped us, and the other one did effectively dick on for us. 2 Bowser spaces, which ultimately amounted to nothing, which I'll have to check and see if they're unlocked. If we don't get a single Bowser minigame throughout, I feel like I should play the Bowser minigames because like, there's only 3 of them. And I think I have all of them unlocked. If that's the case, we should at least play them. There's not much there, but it's something. 2 battles, which I think we royally botched 1 trace race, and then no, we didn't. Oh no, wait, we did botch. We botched the trace race, and then we got second in the Bowser's Bigger Blast. 3 item spaces, which gave us 3 Mega Mushrooms, which was a whole lot of Flotsam, Jetsam, and fuck all, and no warping. So, we end with the known values. The known values for Mario Party 4, we have 352 coins, which means if we have a decent showing in Boo's Haunt, or potentially Koopa's Seaside Soiree, we're gonna at least net a 1-up in we're gonna net a 1-up for Mario Party 4.